Peter Coyote.
Right there.
His last name was Blumenbergen Steinenthal. I mean, again, the names alone are just making you laugh. Right?
La, 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 la.
Oh, that was a good one, George.
Yeah, do that one.
Okay,
What was,
so we're back.
It
What?
reminds me of the one with Hugh Grant.
Oh, you mean Love
Love
Actually?
Love
Actually.
Actually. When he's knocking on the door, he's trying to sing. And the guy behind him, good.
Oh, yeah.
That was so good.
I'm shocked that you guys remember stuff that happened in Love Actually. Nice movie and all that stuff, but you remember it that far
Well,
back.
we've seen it
Oh,
500
yeah.
times.
5 million
Hello.
times, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some people watch A Wonderful Life, we watch Love Actually. Anyway,
Every year.
so
Hit it, Sue.
so we are back, and we are back with more movies for our. I shouldn't just say Christmas special, our holiday
Holidays.
special.
Yeah.
Because although, in fact, the next Bob's movie will show you it's more than just Christmas. It's the holidays. So, Bob.
Oh, okay. Hi, I'm Bob Nick Shields, and my movie is The Hebrew Hammer, starring Adam Goldberg as an Orthodox detective.
Yes.
And it is a Christmas movie, or it's a holiday movie. I watched this, I think, a week or so ago. I was just looking. I wanted to find. I always like to find something different,
And it is.
and this is definitely different than any of the other movies. It's a snowball load of reference jokes and stuff. It just follows through. Let's put it this way. Andy Dick is playing Santa Claus in this movie. And if I have to tell you any more than that, you don't know who Andy Dick is. But it was an enjoyable movie. I mean, it was like I'd started out gangbusters, and then it was like, okay, it's fine, but it's still entertaining. I don't have too much more to say about it other than this is a movie I think I'm glad I don't have too much to say about because you should discover it for yourself. So let's hand it over to Susie.
Okay.
I think she's got a few pages to give you, so
Yes, she
I'm off the hook.
Anyways, okay. I have one word. The word is hilarious. This movie is so funny. This is a movie that Mel Brooks could have done, like The Producers, or it's just scandalously funny. Scandalously funny. You know, it's kind of like apparently when Adam Goldberg saw the line, Shabbat Shalom, motherfuckers, he was like, I'm in. He said, I have to do this. It's over the top Jewish stereotyping, but in the most delightful, funny way. It's kind of the Jewish Superfly. The music is amazing. You know, the music is great. The Hammer, Adam Goldberg, right? He brings Esther, his girlfriend, or he was hoped to be girlfriend, to meet his, oh my God, hilarious mother, who is
Nora Dunn.
Nora Dunn. But let me just say, Adam Goldberg's character is Mordecai Jefferson Carver. Mordecai Jefferson Carter.
That has you laughing already.
Oh, yeah, that was funny. He brings Esther, and the mother is like the total Jewish mother. Oh, it's so funny. But Esther is Jewish too, so she gets along just fine with her. She gets along great.
Oh, yes, because he brought home a woman.
Yeah.
A possible wife.
Yeah.
Exactly, a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but actually, Esther actually gets along with his mother too. Hey, you know what I mean? They understand each other. Anyway, so this, like I said, this could be a Mel Brooks movie. There's also a very funny part where, he's kind of like this crime fighter, I guess you would call it.
He's a detective.
He's a detective.
Yeah.
And there's this, is it Mario
Mario Van Peebles?
Yeah.
Mario Van Peebles,
Yeah.
who is I forget what the name of the group is, but it would be equivalent to like
He's
Black
Muhammad
Panther.
Ali Paula Abdul Rahim.
Yes, that's right. And he is even more like a Black Panther kind of time because the whole feel of the movie is like 70s.
Yeah,
you
very
know,
much.
and really you have to realize this movie is done lovingly. You know, it's not, even though it's just every stereotype you could ever imagine. It's just totally funny and really great, and it's done in a very loving manner. Okay, so I laughed my ass off. It was great.
My turn. Okay.
That was 6 pages?
No, that's all my movies.
I like this movie. The only criticism I would have of this movie is it did not leave enough time for the jokes to breathe. And that was a problem for me because you need, whereas Blazing Saddles, which I compare it to, where there's a joke on every corner.
Yes.
This one didn't give you time to enjoy the joke, a little bit of space time, and then another joke. And it was too all together all the time. But I gotta say, Andrew Goldberg was great.
Adam Goldberg.
Oh, Adam?
Yeah, Adam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote that. Andy Dick, who I do not like as a person or as an actor, was great in his role.
He's the evil Santa Claus.
Yeah. But I don't like him as a person and as an actor usually. But in this, I gotta say, he did it really well. It's a funny movie, except for they put so much in, there was no room to breathe. And it needed that breathing time to enjoy the next joke. And the jokes were like too close together. But I would watch it. It's funny.
Well, that's it?
That's it. That's it, man.
Well, I think you're right about the jokes, but that's what I liked about it. See, I would actually almost compare it to something like Airplane, where it's just joke after
Yes.
joke after joke, and
Yes.
you get it or you don't, but you're constantly being barraged by humor. Fortunately for me, I love this type of humor.
Me
Yeah.
too.
The satire, I think, is there of just not only like Jewish kind of satire, but also I think with the black exploitation satire.
Right.
Because I think even the group is called like the Kwanzaa Liberation
Yeah,
Front,
I
right?
forget what they were.
So
Yeah.
the KLF, there's some because I kept using initials. But even for me, like Peter Coyote.
Oh, yes.
Who's
Just-
Jewish? I never knew this.
But no, what?
I think everybody in the movie is Jewish.
Not
Yeah.
everyone, I don't think.
Almost.
Name
But
one.
Nora Dunn is not.
Name one who's
Oh,
not.
really? She
yeah,
played.
well, Sean Whalen, I don't think is Jewish either.
Oh,
Really?
But he's the one who played Tiny Tim in it.
Yeah.
But like for example, Peter Coyote.
See? Right there.
His last name
Yeah.
was Blumenbergen Steinenthal. I mean, again, the names alone are just making you laugh. right?
Really?
So it's just is. I just think everything is just so much fun. Now, in fact, I would actually like to watch it with a Jewish person like I didn't get certain jokes. Like at one point, they go to Kmart, and I thought, okay, are they saying a lot of Jewish people shop at Kmart? I mean, seriously, right? And I thought, why are they going to Kmart of all the shops? And I thought, maybe that's a big Jewish shopping.
Thing, right.
Yeah.
I don't know
But
either.
that's what I mean. It's that kind of humor. It's like, okay, you're taking a stereotype. Now you have to explain it to me because I don't get that. There are certain things I just didn't get.
Yeah, we
But-
don't have a Jewish person here to
But-
to
Well,
inform
although I
us.
got to point out that the one Kmart that we had here was on Third, right by Fairfax
Fairfax.
Avenue.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Third and Fairfax.
Yeah.
But it's stuff like that. But that's what I would want. All the jokes that somebody could maybe explain to me, because he'd also use a lot of the Yiddish word stuff.
Yeah, he
which
does.
I've heard before. But there are certain words he used. It's like, okay, I didn't understand that. I don't get that. So that's one thing I would say about this movie is I love that.
Do you remember? Speaking of funny names, do you remember Esther was Esther Blumenberg?
No, that he was the
and
daughter.
she's the
He's
daughter.
Peter. Yeah, that's I said.
The
He's
daughter.
Peter Coyote's daughter. So
Yes.
she is the same name exactly. And like I said, that it's like, it's like the typical like if you put gold in front of all those breakdowns, like Goldberg, Goldblum,
But don't you think
Goldbaum, you know,
Right.
they
Is the
just put
mother?
that
The
never-
mother's name was Mrs. Carver.
Right? Yes, exactly. Married supposedly to a Chinese person. I didn't quite
Yeah, that was
understand that at one point.
Yeah, right.
People are starving in China, as they bring up, right? Again, a very popular thing I remember hearing in the 60s and 70s, me personally.
right.
But what I do like appreciate about it too is the fact that Santa, like you said, is the bad person.
Yeah.
Now, it's not so much Santa was, it's Santa's son,
Right.
played by Andy Dick, who does eventually become Santa.
But he's trying to get rid of Hanukkah, right?
And that's the plot of the story, which I think is sort of funny, is the fact that we have to get rid of Hanukkah.
Right.
And
And he
it's
does a pronunciation too.
again, that's part of the humor as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. But it's like it's like Bob said, it's something that's so unique that it's hard to really tell you anything about the story because
Right.
it's really in the writing and the jokes that hit you. So
Yeah,
my
it's
thing
true.
is, you're right. I can just tell you the general basics of the plot, but it's like I think it's just going to be a lot of fun. And believe me, if you watch this and you don't get it, then I can always say you probably don't like Jewish humor. Then
Yeah.
I grew up
That's
on
what I'm
people
saying.
like.
This is Mel Brooks. This is
That's what I'm
his-
saying. Well, I grew up
Yeah.
on like Woody Allen,
Yeah.
like you said, Mel Brooks, that whole school of
Right.
filmmakers. And
Yes.
I loved that humor. And I was a huge Neil Simon fan. So for me to watch this, it was just wonderful. But like I said, I didn't grow up around a lot of Jewish people until I actually moved to LA. And then it's like, oh, so this is where Jewish people live. You know, as I'm working in Beverly Hills. So it
Oh, that's
was
why
like,
you haven't
well,
been to
wow.
New York. Yeah, you haven't been to New York.
that's I said in Virginia, I didn't come across a lot of them.
Right.
So that's why. But this was just like I said, I just thought this was a fun movie. Is it a Christmas movie? Not really, but it's still a holiday movie.
It's
I
a
would definitely
Hanukkah
tell you
movie.
watch this.
That's the point.
Watch
Hanukkah
this
movie.
during
Right.
Christmas season. That would be fine because I love the fact that Santa's evil and the elves are in his cahoots with him.
Right.
That's why it was. You said that it's going to be a holiday picture.
Right.
That's why I picked this one. 'cause
Yeah,
said,
I thought it was, I'm so happy you picked this movie because I'm surprised I've never seen it before. It's like
Never
a
heard of
family.
it.
Yeah, I was surprised that
Yeah.
I missed it too.
This should be a holiday regular.
Classic.
Hey,
Yeah.
maybe
Every
that's
year,
maybe we'll start that
Yeah,
trend.
like
Well,
a
that's the
Wonderful
thing.
Life.
See, how do you know in Jewish households this is their Christmas
I
story?
don't,
It's a
I
Wonderful
don't
Life,
know.
right?
Yeah. It's just,
Except I still don't see it as being maybe for the whole family, but
I think. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a Jewish film for goyim.
Right. Absolutely. George.
There's a couple. Yeah, the movie was cracking me up too the whole time. It did remind me a bit of like you said, Airplane, and my all-time favorite, Austin Powers.
yeah. Oh,
So it
yeah.
kinda had that
Austin
feel.
Powers.
Yeah, that's true.
And but you're right. A lot of the humor is this. I mean, so much Jewish humor that I'm sure Jewish people watch it, they'll get everything and it'll be funny. We laugh at the stuff that we know about Jewish,
Right.
stereotypes. The couple of there's a couple of scenes that really crack me up too. That are like, there's one where the mother buys some over for dinner, I think.
Right.
And then they're eating, and it says the clock goes 7 hours later, and now she goes, and now for the main course.
right?
And that's one where and he's fighting the bad guy shooting, and then suddenly sun is going down because it's the Sabbath, and he starts slowing down and goes to
Oh,
sleep
yeah,
because it's the
that's
Sabbath.
Right.
So there was so much Jewish humor. He talks to the girl, they're dancing and they're together. He's like
Esther?
Esther, yeah, and he's like, she's like, talk dirty to me, and he's like going like, I'm gonna buy a house or something. Gonna get a good job. Oh,
Oh
So
my
that's-
God, that was so
so
funny.
funny.
It's like talk
I also
dirty
thought it
to
was
me.
funny too the way he's making. I'm not gonna get rid of Christmas or get rid of Hanukkah. He's giving them VHS.
Yeah,
That's the
right,
drug.
right.
But what is it? What's the story?
Well, Yentl, Chosen
Yentl,
One,
the Chosen
and
One.
I forget the other
No,
one.
that's to bring him back.
Oh, right.
No, but eventually he gets him I don't know what the stories are like. It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a
or-
Wonderful Life to all the Jewish people.
To
right,
get,
yeah.
and the little kids are already getting into
to,
it.
to convert them
To
from
convert
getting
them,
away
yeah.
from being
So
Jewish.
his ticket comes over himself and brings out Gentle and whatever the Chosen One.
Yentl.
Yentl, the Chosen, and something else I noticed.
So that was funny. So yeah, I thought the movie was really funny. I was cracking up the whole time, and I also like the. I mean, some of the humor was like, wow, it was a little rough. I go, wow, they got away with that. Or I was like, no, you didn't. And I like that little guy that from Bad Santa. I forget his name.
Right.
Oh, Tony Cox.
Tony Cox, yeah.
He's always that character. It's like
The late
he's gonna
Tony
be.
Cox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna say stuff that you're always like, oh, he really what's the line? So, but yeah, it was funny. I enjoyed it.
It reminds me of Hanukkah Harry. You remember Hanukkah?
I've never seen that.
John Lovitz did this character on Saturday Night Live,
God,
Hanukkah
shit.
Harry, and it was and everybody was saying, "Hanukkah Harry, you're so great. You do all these things for people. Stop! You're embarrassing me."
Okay. So are we
Ready?
ready?
Yeah.
Ready to rate.
Okay,
All right.
it's me. I give this a 10.
7.
Yeah, I gave it a 6.
I'll give it a 9. It's fun.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, so
2 to go.
you definitely have to watch this. And Jesse and Phil, you're what?
Yeah, no, I was thinking that. I was thinking that.
Watch it. You'll love it. Okay, and
You should live and be well. Watch it in good health.
so next week we'll be back, and I expect you to have watched this movie, and we'll go on to the next one. See you next
Okay.
week.
See you next week.